Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of First and Last. My name is Josh, and with me this week, I've got Joe.
Hey, man.
And Just Joe.
And me again.
Long podcast night. Buckle up, everybody.
Yeah. We got takes.
We got takes. I try to pick a show that you'd have a take on, too, so.
Oh, good. I like having takes.
It's an interesting thing, like, I don't know if you do it as much. You do it a little bit because you mentioned it the other day, I think. But when like one of us is missing, then if you're the show picker, to try to like tailor it a little bit to like who is both on then instead of just being broad with the three of us.
Yeah. There's also part of it of like if Jimmy's gone, like, is he going to be upset if he missed this one? Or is he not going to care?
That's mild. Like that's like kind of like a driving factor in the pro for me though.
Yeah. Make him feel it when he misses it.
Yeah. Like, he's gone. He's got stuff to do. Sure. But he needs to, when he needs to be gone, he needs to think about it a little bit.
There are natural consequences.
What am I going to miss? Yep. So that's why we're going to do all of the Star Treks today. No,
all right. Top to bottom. Got some takes.
Complete review of the whole series. We're watching the movies. No, we're not doing Star Trek.
We watched the first episode of the original series and then the last episode of Picard. Is that how that would go?
I mean, but that's not even like the one that's last yet, like, right? Isn't like Discovery one that's currently on?
Oh, see, I
and Picard might be on still too. I'm not sure.
Might not be done.
Yeah.
Well. Shows what I know about Star Trek. That's one of those things that it's kind of wild to me that we haven't done a Star Trek.
Well, I think the big reason we haven't done a Star Trek, in all honesty, because I don't think I could care less about the original Star Trek, but I watched all of the Next Generation, and then we had a time, and Jimmy was in this. Me, Jimmy, and our friend Mark. We had a time where like we were like all watching them like separately but at the same time. So like TNG for a little bit, but then like Voyager, and then like I watched Enterprise, and then we started watching Deep Space Nine, and I think we got
like, this is all on streaming or like DVDs.
It was back in the heyday when they were all on Netflix.
Okay. Yeah.
Like at the very beginning of like streaming, when Netflix was phasing away like DVDs. And they were all on Netflix. It was fantastic.
And they just had everything.
Yeah. But now it's on like Paramount Plus, so I'll never see a Star Trek again.
Yeah, man.
I literally was like, shows I really want to watch can't even drive me to get Paramount Plus.
It's a bad app. It's bad.
Yeah. And before we get into the show, bad apps. I have Apple Plus till February because I bought AirPods. Till February, and it's not as bad on like the TV, like through my PlayStation when I use it. Yeah. But on the phone app, because I try to watch a show while I was like running at the gym or something like that. And man, if you don't know exactly what you want to watch, it's like there's just like no browse functionality. Like in reality, like today I was trying to be like, what TV show should we watch today? I have Apple Plus. Let's look at that. And there was like no place on my phone that I could really be like, I just want to watch a TV show and like pick a genre potentially. Like nowhere.
That's, I mean, like Amazon Prime is the same way.
Right. Yeah.
Like, and it's kind of mind blowing to me that like these like tech companies decided to not like make their streaming apps usable.
Yeah. Like it's like the most basic UI user friendly thing you can do. Like, and that's why even though, I mean, love what's on it or not, because mostly it depends on what's on them. But like that's somehow like Netflix is like the only one that's like amazingly usable. Like Hulu's pretty good.
Yeah.
But that was like the next one. And then since they've come out, they got like worse in usability.
Yeah. Which like for newer ones like Paramount Plus or something, or let's say the one like Peacock or like I kind of understand because like there's kind of a race to just like, well, let's just like, we've got this, you know, IP, we've got the rights to this stuff. Let's just like, you know, just get an app up real quick.
Yeah. But they've been out for a while. Like you can do updates.
Yeah, exactly. So, but like I kind of understand for those companies because it's just kind of secondary, right? Like there's like whatever people will, you know, if they really want to watch Star Trek, they'll deal with our app.
But I won't though.
Yeah. But like for a company that's just like, you know, a technology focused company like Amazon or Apple, like what are you guys doing then? If like, I guess there's like, that's part of it too, is like they have their engineers working on things that aren't their streaming platforms.
Right. But they definitely have very specific people that are, you know, and out of one of those probably 500 people is nobody going like, what about user interface?
Yeah. What if we made it easy for people to find stuff that they want to watch and then they watched it?
Yeah, because like I'm new to Apple Plus and I'm like, what's on this? And it's like, it's just a bunch of rows and it says stuff and then you click on it and it's like, oh, you got to go to, that's on like Amazon Prime. And I'm like, why is Apple Plus TV telling me to go to Amazon Prime?
Yeah.
Like what is on your thing? I rewatched Severance season 1.
Hell yeah.
Because I knew that was on there.
Yeah.
And it's fucking amazing. And I wish season 2 happens before February, but I know it won't.
Yeah, I have no idea when that's supposed to come out.
Probably in a long time.
Yeah, I don't think it's a while yet.
Yeah. Joe, what's this podcast about?
We take a TV show, we complain about it.
Yeah.
Mostly we take a show, we watch the first episode, review it, see what we liked about it, see if we think it was enough to make us watch the show. And then we skip straight to the end and watch the last episode and then judge the show as a whole based on just the first and last episode. We also make a game of trying to predict what we think might happen based on what we saw in the first episode. And sometimes they pan out.
Most times for me, they don't.
Yeah.
I did very bad last week.
You dream hard and you fall amongst the stars. That's what they say.
That's exactly the quote I've heard for years.
Yeah.
Well, I picked a show today, and it is a horror action thriller crime drama anthology.
Wow.
According to Wikipedia.
Horror crime anthology.
Crime drama. It's related to crime in a way, and you'll know exactly what I mean when I say it. But it seems like a weird. Calling it a crime drama is misleading from what you would consider a crime drama.
Right, like a CSI or a whatever.
Yeah. Or, just even, like, no, I was going to say psych, but that's not a drama.
Yeah.
Like, what's the one that's not West Wing?
House of Cards?
No, also on HBO, though.
Oh.
The one that Jimmy's seething about right now because I can't remember the other one.
Is it a crime thing?
Oh, it's like a crime TV show on HBO.
True Detective.
Well, that's a crime drama. There you go.
That's a crime drama.
That's what I'm saying. This show is not that.
Okay. Cool.
So the show is The Purge.
The Purge. Man, The Purge is over?
It got canceled after season 2.
Okay.
So it started in 2018.
Is this an FX show?
It is an USA Network show.
Oh. I mean, it just struck me as something kind of irreverent and like kind of edgy, and that made me think like FX.
I would have thought FX too. I almost just agreed with you without looking it up because I was like, yeah, of course it is.
Whereas USA, I mean, granted they do have, and I think The Purge is somewhat newer, but like they had, like Monk and Psych, and then they got into Mr. Robot, and Mr. Robot was kind of transgressive, but
new wave for them almost.
Yeah. So I could see them dipping into this, but it still just seems like, a little bit horror, a little bit violent.
I mean, you've seen, so really quick, 2 seasons, 20 episodes, September 2018 to December of 2019 is when the show went. And you've seen Purge movies?
I've seen the first one, The Purge.
The Purge, yeah. And I've seen that one, and I've seen a different one, the like patriotic one.
Is that Purge Election Day?
Maybe?
Election year? I'm pulling this up now. 2013, The Purge.
Okay, saw that
2014, one. The Purge, Anarchy.
Yeah, didn't see that one.
And then 2016, The Purge, Election Year. That one's you've seen?
Yeah, I think so.
And then 2018, The First Purge. And then 2021, The Forever Purge.
Definitely not The Forever Purge. Man, I want to like see the thumbnail for The First Purge because I'm like, am I mixing up The First Purge and Election Year?
The First Purge, the thumbnail is a person holding a Molotov cocktail.
Got it.
And then the Election Year one is like it's one of those like spooky like light up masks with like X's over the eyes, but it's like a person who looks like the Statue of Liberty.
I'm going to say I've seen that one.
Okay. If you've never seen the Purge movies, the idea is is it one day?
12 hours.
12 hours even?
According to the like TV show thing, was 12 hours.
Okay.
But yeah, I think it's 12 hours. It's like overnight.
Yeah, it's all night. There isn't like a daytime where people are just like, I don't know, making just like parking places where they shouldn't park or something. But the idea is it's a like hyper realistic version of America where crime is low, but the reason because that crime is low is because once a year they have the Purge, where you have a 12-hour window where all crime is legal. And you cannot be held accountable for the things that you do in that 12-hour window. So people fucking rob shit, they kill people, they steal cars.
Whatever you want to do.
Whatever you want to do.
I think there are like technically limitations.
Are there?
Like, I don't think you're allowed
to Purge.
I don't think you're allowed to like shoot a rocket at the White House during the Purge. You know, like I think there's I mean,
you've seen the Purge election year, so maybe there's more lore there.
I think there was I think I've heard, my mind goes, when I saw one of the movies, they were like, oh, you're not allowed to do that. But like, you could murder a family of 12. Yeah. And that doesn't matter.
Purge Nazis over here.
Yeah. So I can't remember, but I think there's limitations. And they're crazy. Like no one, like, but so yeah.
Yeah. You can murder, but you cannot commit like credit card fraud.
I don't think you're allowed to kill like kids.
Oh, they're left out of it? Okay, that makes sense.
I think so because they're like kids.
Sure.
So I mean, how the fuck do you regulate that during the Purge, I guess? Yeah, right. But I guess if like somebody shows up and like kids are dead, and people can be like, that guy killed kids.
Yeah. Because I mean, they're still around after that, so you can call the cops on them afterwards.
Yeah. So I mean, so they have the 12-hour thing. They can do whatever they want essentially, and then afterwards, everything just like is just no crime for the rest of the year.
Yeah, because everything goes back to normal.
I assume like for the most part, there just is nobody trying to do crime. But then also, if anyone does do crime, then it's like, what? You just die? Like they just kill you right away? Like it's got to be crazy, like punishment, right?
That's a good point. I haven't thought about that, but
because some people are going to be doing crime still.
Yeah, and there is a point to that of just like that they raise up the punishments for crime during non-Purge times because it's like, come on, man, you could have waited till the Purge to do this.
Yeah, could have just waited.
Yeah.
But also like, man, we haven't even watched the show, and I think this is the most I've ever thought of like, how would this Purge work? How does this work? Like, would it work, and how does it work? And I'm like, it has to be everybody has to be like in a good scenario, right? Like poverty can't exist, which it totally does.
In what way? How do you mean it can exist?
Well, it can exist in the it can exist in the terms of it. There's people that are like struggling to like eat or like do basic things, and then just no crime. And like currently today, a lot of those people potentially would get like food and money from crime. Now they can't do that for the entire year until it's purge. Like they can't get a year's worth of stuff during the purge, and then they're going to commit crime and then get whatever they get, beheaded. I don't know, you know, whatever the thing is. So either like they've just like wiped out like homeless people.
Like maybe this is a utopia as like, part of their like.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like it can't like there can't be like a lower class as much, because if they're left wanted and crime happens, then it gets punished, right? So I just don't understand how it works without like almost a perfect society.
Well, I mean, I guess the other half of that is like, if you're a person who would normally do crimes, well, then you just have to have some patience, but you wait and you plan for Purge Day, and you're like,
yeah. I mean, it's got to be fun to like, if you're like a heist guy, if you're like a Danny Ocean, you know, like you must be like, oh man, 12 hours, perfect heist. Let's go. That's the next Purge movie I want to see. The Ocean's 11 Purge movie. Like the 11 person crew that are going to like take over the Bellagio, but they also, since it's the Purge, will murder everybody.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like,
and like they're not afraid of getting caught either.
Right.
Because like
I did it.
Yeah, I did it, but like it's Purge time, so who cares?
Right. Yeah. Very interesting. Very interesting.
It's I mean, again, I've only seen the first Purge movie. The kind of ideas that are in there of like, the first Purge movie is it's Ethan Hawke defending his family at their home during Purge time, and it's a horror movie because it's a home invasion movie.
Yep.
And that they're like, there's just people out and about who are just fucking around, like not people who are in poverty trying to like steal enough money to make it through the year, not people who are trying to, commit some sort of like political reckoning or something. It's just kids fucking around because it's 12 hours to fuck around. And that's kind of the premise of the first movie.
Yeah. I couldn't tell you the premise of that, the other one I saw.
Yeah.
There was a Purge.
Yeah, and I assume with other Purge movies, they're like getting more into like those deeper ideas of like, well, yeah, if you did have 12 hours once a year to plan for, like maybe you would do a heist.
My fear is we're gonna watch a show and then I'm gonna have to watch 4 Purge movies
to try to get it.
In 18 more episodes of the Purge show to really understand what's going on. Because I forgot that the movie The First Purge was a thing. Because my first thought was, oh, this show is gonna like immediately tell us about the Purge. And this is an anthology series, so I think season 1 and season 2 just different cast, different like nights, or whatever.
That would make sense.
So we'll have to decide how we watch this, and potentially watch it American Horror Story like style
it's where completely different.
It's completely different, because on Wikipedia it does have like people named, and then well, that's executive producers, maybe the starring. We'll have to do a little bit of research and see if the story is the same characters or not. But I'm wondering, what do you think the first episode is just going to be like, hey, the Purge is going to happen, we're ready for it, we're used to the Purge, or is this going to be like new Purge?
New Purge?
Well, just like the Purge
bringing in this idea.
Yeah.
I think you got to with the idea. Well, man, I go back and forth.
Yeah, right.
Because it's, on one hand, I'm thinking this is the first episode. Like, you have to just like drop them into this world of like the Purge has been going on. This is an accepted thing. This is part of this world. We don't have to go back and explain it. It's the Purge.
Yep.
However, in the real world, this came out in 2018, you said?
Yep.
There's been 2, potentially 3 Purge movies out.
Yep.
So like maybe you don't need to like drop them into this world. Maybe they're already in this world and like you can start from the beginning.
Is someone turning this on? They just don't even like because the best part about this for people making this is like the Purge, besides like all these ancillary questions that we clearly have, the Purge is essentially very easy to understand.
Yeah.
No crime except for here, and now you can do anything you want. Watch it.
Yeah.
So I have a theory about the first episode, and that is going to be the ending of one Purge, and then it'll be the middle of the episode will kind of be the time in between getting led into the new Purge, which will then be the whole season.
Okay. Because, yeah, I think that's an interesting question of how many episodes again in the season?
I think it's 10 and 10.
10 and 10?
Yep.
Is that with the movie, like, or at least the first movie, the way it was, is just like the entire movie takes the span of that entire night. And you can kind of see how that works of just like you're quickly introduced to the concept and you see how this family survives the night. With an episodic TV show like this, yeah, you could go a few different ways of it, of like, you know, the entire season takes place within this one Purge night. Or like you had suggested, like maybe it's the first episode is the end of one Purge, and then there's a little bit of lead up to the next Purge, and then the second half of the season is that second Purge night or something. There's a few ways you can do it.
As long as we get some purging in every episode, I think we're good.
Yeah. That's interesting. Because you could even do it of like what if each of 10 episodes was just a Purge night? Just
10 purges?
10 years, yeah.
That'd be crazy. 10 years, but like the same family or something.
Yeah. The same people. You just have to like, slightly age them up by the end.
Show me how 10 years of a purge like just drains one human's life. Like 2 when it's like year 10, they're like, I can't fucking do this anymore.
So, yeah, this is too much murdering. I'm just gonna like I'm gonna put an extra bathroom in my house without a permit this year.
They caught me. I got beheaded.
Because he didn't finish in time. He had to complete it 10 minutes after the Purge ended. So he was then arrested.
He had a construction project still underway when the Purge ended. Okay, well, the first episode's name isn't going to help us. So it's called What is America? Which, thank you for naming it. And we're going to watch that, and we'll be back, and hopefully we have some more Purge answers. And we're back. We're done with the first episode of The Purge. It was called What is America? I'm going to keep my phone really far away from this mic while I read this right up. Purge commencement looms. Several people find themselves venturing into the chaos of the night.
Oh, yeah.
What a terrible write-up. IMDb.
Purge night.
Yeah, so when we started the show, it was like 90 minutes to Purge.
Yeah.
Is basically when the show episode started.
Purge runs 7 p.m. to 7 a.m.
Yep. And it followed essentially 4 different like groups, but 2 of them kind of are coming together fast already.
Same storyline at least, yeah.
The 4 groups is a rich couple that even though they self-declared themselves, we're not rich, but that house they lived in, whew.
They seem, they're like top 1%. They're not top 0.01%.
Yeah.
They're rich compared to people, but they're not necessarily powerful yet.
Yeah.
That's the impression I get.
Yeah, they're not Epstein rich,
Yeah.
Is that the right person to they were Jenna and Rick.
Yeah.
And they were just like they were going to like a rich people's purge party, and they were going to like an estate that everybody, when they said they were going there, were like, "Oh, you're going there?"
Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh, we don't like the purge," and they were like, "Then why are you going there?" Those people love the purge.
Yeah, those are rich purge assholes.
Well, and they kept saying, because what is it, the NFFA? I think it's the New Founding Fathers of America, and that's like the government of America that has instituted the purge.
Yeah,
pretty much. So
from my reading on the Wikipedia, it seems like there was some sort of collapse of society, and then these New Founding Fathers took over, and as one of the things they did when they took over is instituting the purge.
Okay. Yeah, and so they're like purge zealots.
Yeah. So yeah, they end up at this. I think we should just stay on. We should do one story at a time.
Let's do it.
Let's get our bits out on Rick and Jenna at the rich people house. They show up at this mansion, and it's just like this giant like Victorian mansion or whatever.
It's a Bond villain's house.
Yeah, exactly. It's a formal party, tuxedos and evening gowns and string quartet and champagne. All just, it's stereotypical rich assholes. There is a bit of, throughout their storyline, there's like flashes to Jenna and this other woman who we don't quite know who she is yet.
Yeah, we saw her in real time.
Yeah.
But we didn't meet her.
That there's like flashes to like them in sexy times, and also her like meeting her at like a bar or something. And then by the end there's like an extended flashback scene or whatever that's like both her and Rick having a sexy time with this woman. And she's like coming down the stairs. She's someone important at this party of important people.
So they're rich orgy people.
So
maybe they are Epstein rich. Hey,
yeah. I mean, that's kind of what they're hinting at with, these images of sex, but then also it's right before the purge commences at 7 p.m. There's some people like doing an announcement, and then they are handing out these they're having the servants hand out these like party masks that are like
just cutouts of people's faces and stuff. Basically.
Yeah, but what's that style of mask where it's like it's on a stick, you hold it in front of your face,
like a masquerade mask?
Yeah, like masquerade ball mask. But yeah, except instead of just it being a like Venetian decorated mask, it's likenesses of famous serial killers and murderers, like the ones that Rick and Jenna are given. Rick is given one that's the son of Sam, and Jenna is given one that is one of the like Manson family murderers.
Yep. And they're like, they were purging even before the purge.
Yeah,
They're all happy about that.
But yeah, so the episode ends before. Before we get to the end, it's they give this announcement, and then they say something like, last chance to like leave if you don't want to be here or whatever, and then like everyone stays, and then they essentially like lock down the place. But before we're able to see what is going on once purge starts, like then the episode ends.
Yep.
So I'm interested to see, like, what do you think that these rich people are doing here? Is it just a bunker to hide out from people murdering and stuff, or?
I think that's what the plan is. I think that's what the plan is, but I assume that this year something goes wrong, you know, but I feel like it's just a bunch of really rich white, like mostly white people.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's a bunch of rich people, just being like, we love the purge, but we don't want to have anything to do with it. And they're just in a lockdown mansion that is like, and they just have a black tie affair thing, and probably an orgy.
Yeah, that was something I was wondering about, because
it seems like an Eyes Wide Shut kind of party.
It very much like was playing in like the language of like, hey, it's like Eyes Wide Shut.
Yeah.
But also like orgies aren't illegal, so I'm just like, why are they having this during the purge night?
Just because it's like a good excuse to do it, right? Like, I mean, yeah. I don't think they're trying to like kill. Like, I I could see they like, see episode because it's 10 episodes. Episode 4, they like pull out somebody and they're like, who wants to murder this person?
Okay.
Like, okay. They're gonna 100% do some like fucked up stuff.
Okay.
But like none of the people that are like working or in attendance are trying to kill each other.
Yes.
They'll just probably torture some horrible, like some sad person.
Because they did say that on the way there, in like their Uber there, they said like, no, we signed this like contract that like we will not purge and we will not be purged.
Yeah.
So they're like, no, it's completely safe.
Yeah, for them.
For them.
I'm sure it's safe for them.
And maybe there's some technicalities of like, yeah, you're not technically purging this poor person that you're killing. It's just like you're not necessarily saving them or something.
Exactly.
I have a prediction of what they're doing here, but I do want to save it for predictions. But I think that there is, similar to what you said, I think there's an event. I don't think it's just a hole up and party for the night while the purge is going on. I think that like they're there to witness something,
some extreme debaucherousness.
Yes, related to the purge and related to their cause of upholding the government and upholding this purge.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I agree. So that's kind of them.
Yeah,
from what we know. I guess the next one is her name was Jane, and she works for some big corporation.
Mm-hmm.
Did you even know who they were or what they were doing?
No, it was called something equity. Okay. It was just shorthand for just like, it's high up business stuff.
A business that's in any skyscraper in any given city around America.
And they do international business. They have clients in Japan.
Yeah. So Jane works for this business, but for some reason they're like, because the purge is only in the United States. So they're like, well, no, the other countries don't care about the purge. Yeah. And it's like, they're not, in no reality is a real business conducting business with America essentially that night. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
It wouldn't really happen.
Yeah.
But they're like, oh, we got to do this. So there's a bunch of people at their work. Mm-hmm. She had to work that night, like fully just during the purge, because they have some meeting or something.
Some deal that they have to close that night.
So there's a handful of people there. We found out that she's like on a floor. She's in some skyscraper. She's on in the floor, and she, we know is like the floor is presumably secure.
There's like a private security, which makes sense if it's this big corporation or whatever.
Yeah. So it's private security or whatever. I mean, the one thing that's interesting about that is like they have a boss who he's like definitely like at home or safe somewhere.
Yeah,
he's probably at this party.
Played by one of the bald ones. I don't remember which one.
Yeah. But he like must have cameras or something everywhere because he just kind of chimed in and like turned the TV on and was like, hey, I want to talk.
Yeah.
And then she was like, oh, I didn't know you were like listening in all the time kind of thing.
He's like, I'm always watching.
So that's probably like a weird thing.
Uh-huh.
But then Purge is about to start.
Yeah. It's like 10 minutes to go.
And Jane's like, oh, I got to go like downstairs or something.
Mm-hmm.
She goes down. There's a dude at it's like in the ground floor and there's a dude like sharpening a machete.
Yeah.
Which is pretty great. And he just like turns to her and he goes, this isn't for you.
Yeah. He's like, don't worry, it's not for you.
Which like honestly that was very calming for me.
Yeah.
Like I fully believed that.
It's Purge night, do your thing. If I'm not involved, okay.
All right. Don't kill anybody I love, I guess. But then she walks to like a side entrance and some druggy. I thought it was a drug deal, like I don't know, but somebody that looks super shady, like stands outside, and she's about to open the door, and they're like, "Wait till the purge starts."
Yeah.
And then purge bells go off or whatever. She lets this person in. It's this like lady in a hood, basically. That's really all she is, right?
Yeah.
At the moment to us. She hands her like a bunch of money.
Yep.
And then the lady's like, this might take me all night.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And that's like all we know.
That's it. Yeah, that's essentially where that... Because again, the episode ends like right at Purge beginning, and this is... Yeah, that's as much as we see of that.
Yeah. I thought she was just like... I was like, are you just buying like drugs on Purge? Like you needed drugs right now? I literally thought that like right away. But then it was like, that's too much money. And then she was like, this is going to take me a while. So yeah, she hired that person to do something.
I think
I have a prediction for this one.
Okay.
Specifically.
I don't have a prediction for this one, so I'll say what I think it is. I think that, she's trying to just like wipe out her team or whatever, because she's the boss. And for whatever reason, whether she doesn't like this deal that's going on, or she has just like doesn't like the people that she works with, or the people that she works with know something about her or something, she's having all of them killed. Okay. And I think that's where I think that this plot line is going, is that it's gonna be kind of a like slasher movie in that skyscraper of like,
it's gonna be like Die Hard almost. Not a slasher movie, but like,
but the slasher movie in that like there's this one killer trying to kill all of the people in the office building, and Jane is hoping that she succeeds.
right I not part of my prediction, but I just thought about this too, is like, if you put in like a like Office Space, where they put in like a bug that eats like 0.25% of a penny or something per transaction, but they fuck up and they get like millions of dollars. If you put that in during the Purge, but then it continues to run after the Purge, is it okay? Or is it like all the money you make after the Purge stops, like as long as you shut it down right before the Purge?
Yes. I think you only have those 12 hours to run that scam, and then after that it needs to end. Yeah,
you have to have a fail safe to make it end. Got it. I agree with you, but I just I would love the idea of like, if you can get like the antivirus, like the virus in the machine, but during that, whatever it continue, then because now it's just business as usual, right? It's already there.
That's how it was.
Yeah, you didn't commit the crime during it. It's still lucrative afterwards. But I suppose if you like, that would be it couldn't work, because I guess if you like kidnap somebody during the Purge, you'd like have to let them go if like 701 hits.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah,
otherwise it'd be kidnapping.
It'd be kidnapping. So those people, that's Jane and her company. And then these two are related. So first off, we just saw like there's like a Purge cult. And there is this like blue bus full of people in blue robes, and we find out that they're driving around so that they can like get out and be purged by people. So basically they can just get murdered by other people, and then that cult thinks that those people doing that are like gonna go to heaven, because they're like letting the other people like purge them. So they're therefore like purging those people of their sins, or I don't know.
Yeah, they're
like martyrs.
Yeah,
they think that's what they are.
Yeah, the same as a lot of other death cults, that like you're sacrificing yourself for some sort of greater good, and then in the end you get to go to heaven.
Yeah, bonkers shit.
Yeah, there's a whatchamacallit, the way that ends in the scene is there's this blue bus of like cult members driving around, and then one of the leaders walks up the aisle and then selects one of them and says like, it's your time to give, and then that person is all excited and honored, and they get off the bus, and then there's a bunch of just like purge maniacs outside of the bus waiting with like just giant like firewood axes and carve them up.
Yeah, and then they murdered whoever that person was very fast. So then on the related to that, there's a guy named Miguel who went to, was it like a rehab center or something?
Yes, I think that's what it was. Yeah,
it's basically something like that. Not quite a hospital, because hospitals are exempt from the Purge. So like hospitals are safe.
Yeah,
like you can't do anything to a hospital. And they didn't describe what it was, but when I was saying, okay, you can't like rocket launcher the president, technically I was right. Because like
perfect example,
government level of a certain level or higher are like exempt from the Purge.
Yeah, you cannot purge them.
And then, which would definitely be the president. And then it was like class at what, like 4 or lower weapons are okay.
Yeah.
and anything above. So I assume a rocket launcher is above that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
there are certain limits.
There's limits to the purge. But there's this guy named Miguel. He got back from like the military or something, and he went to this rehab center.
Came back from army.
Yeah. This seal is for bravery. He is looking for his sister, and the lady at the rehab center was like, "Oh, she's not here anymore. She like checked out like months ago."
Yeah.
He tries to find her. He's looking for he basically just goes through a bunch of drug heads. Like he goes to drug places
to find her. Yeah.
He gets clues to find out that she's in the cult.
Yeah.
And we like see a lady like a bunch, so I assume we know which one is her. And so then he is trying to find her.
Yeah.
Because he went to like a church or something like where people in yellow robes were. And I think they were like, "Oh, you're probably not going to be happy about this, but like she's such a Sister Penny. She's great. She's gonna be. She's on Purge Patrol.
Yeah, she's on the Purge bus.
She's on the Purge bus.
Yeah. So he's out driving in the night trying to find the Purge bus.
Yeah, I think he's got his car lights off, and he's got night vision goggles on, and he's just searching for the Purge bus. And that was just him driving around, because it ended with us seeing like what happened to the person who got out of the Purge bus that Penny is on.
Yeah.
And that's the 4, and that was it. Like it ended. Did it end on the Purge person, or did it end on the person at the company getting paid and being like, "It's gonna take a while"?
I honestly don't remember.
We just watched it, and I don't remember either. But either way, like it ended. So the Purge is like 3 minutes in.
Yeah.
Like, so it was a lot. It was at 52 minutes of before Purge stuff. I could have. That's why I kind of thought it was going to do like last year's Purge for like 5-10 minutes, and then like cut then to this year and just have somebody who was maybe like affected by the last year, just so we could get some like violence or like, purgy, scary stuff in, because there was obviously like creepy, weird stuff.
Yeah.
But there wasn't like what you would assume would purge.
Yeah, really just like right at the end there with the Purge bus and letting off that one person. He was let off into like a circle of people with weird masks and axes, and like that's kind of what you expect. What my immediate thought when the episode ended was just that I wish, like, they set up essentially, it's 4 parts, right? But it's essentially just like 3 different storylines.
Yeah.
And then the one storyline with the Purge bus and Miguel looking for the Purge bus, like, you're given the setup here that Penny is on this Purge bus and is going to, give herself up to be sacrificed unless Miguel can find her in time. And so that's the setup. Whereas with the other 2, we still don't quite know what the setup is.
The other 2 are technically like Miguel's driving around outside all night, and the other 2 are like locked up in 2 various like places.
With Rick and Jenna, they're at this high society Purge party, but we don't quite know yet what their motivations are there, and we don't even know yet what is supposed to go on at this party. They
keep saying that it's like for a business deal, but the way they're looking at this third girl, I think they just want to have an orgy.
Yeah.
Like, I really think that their goal is to just orgy again. Menage a trois.
It's, again, you have a prediction for the Jane storyline. I have a prediction for the Rick and Jenna storyline, so we're kind of talking around it. But I think I just wish that they, like the Purge bus, they had just at least given a little bit more of like, hey, here's what the direction of this is. Like, there could have been like a reveal at the end of this episode of just like, and here's the fucked up thing that's happening at this party.
Yeah.
Same with like the Jane thing of like, we know that she's at the office and is paying this Purge, Purge rat for something, but we don't know what. And I wish it was just like at the very end of the episode that the Purge rat was just like, and so like, kill all of them, right?
yeah. Yeah.
Just to like set, like, you don't even need to show anything yet, but just set up, like, just make it clear, like, what are we in for here?
Like, everybody but the old man. Save the old man for you.
And I think that like, it's still just giving that much still leaves a lot to find out throughout the season. Especially because you don't really know how they're going to go about this or anything, but just setting that up would have been like a good turn for like the end of this episode. In the same way that it works with the Purge bus, is like the Purge bus is driving around and you're just like, okay, I get it. Weird Purge cult. But then the reveal of like, oh, they're like, tonight is their like Hale Bopp Comet, like they are giving themselves up tonight.
It's like you kind of got it when Miguel was talking to the yellow robed people, but then they were like, no, like we're gonna show you what this is all about.
Yeah, like that is such a, like, I feel like that's very effective in terms of like creating drama for a TV show, but also being like, buckle in and see you next week. Right? Like,
there's like 25 more people on this bus.
Yeah. And I wish we would have got a taste of that for the other two storylines.
Yeah, me too. Couple other things. I came up with 2 ways to survive the Purge pretty easily. It's number 1, either plane tickets are insane around this time
to get out of the country,
because like it's only in America, and I'm thinking anybody that's in middle class or above, in reality, besides pompous super rich people that think they can't be touched for some reason, I'd be like, Purge is on a Wednesday this year, Sunday to Sunday I'm going to Mexico. I don't know, like Sunday to Sunday I'm going to Europe. Like,
hope my house is still there when I get back.
Yeah, but I'll be not dead.
Yeah. So
that's one way, right? That's a great way. I feel like that's like you had a child. Or just any other person besides you to look after, just to leave the country.
Yeah.
Just go to Canada. drive across the border.
Yeah. Just hang there for a little bit.
Yeah. Second one is just being solo. I think being solo, as long as you're not in a major city, I think it's doable. I think you just go to the woods.
And just not be found?
I think you have as much risk of being randomly slaughtered by someone while camping in the woods on any given day as much as you do in the Purge time. Like, don't go to like a campsite.
Yeah.
Just go to the woods somewhere and just like camp and just keep your light off.
Yeah. The things that I thought about is like, could you like
go on a rooftop? That's probably a good one.
I mean, it's like hospitals are safe, right? So could you just like schedule some sort of procedure? So like you got to stay over to the hospital a little bit, or like,
yeah, you have an elective surgery every single year for your entire life.
Yeah. Or even just like showing up there and be like, I think I'm sick. I need to go to the emergency room.
Just befriend someone that has cancer and be like, do you need to be in the hospital that night?
Yeah.
I will hang out with you.
Yeah.
We can play board games.
Volunteer at the hospital.
I'm sure they need volunteers.
Yeah. There's going to be a lot of people showing up.
Yeah. I'll help prepare for the morning. So, yeah. I was just trying to think of how I would like survive the Purge, and I was like, number 1, I'd just be like, well, if I can afford it, I would just travel. Just, like, that's the week off of work.
Yeah, we'll see it. That's my own personal purge.
And you would assume, right? I mean, some people were working, but honestly, like, if Purge is on a Wednesday, you got to work. You got to work a 9 to 5, so you have 2 hours to get home, so you can prepare for the Purge. No one's working that day.
Yeah.
And no one's working the day after. That's a 2-day holiday.
I guess the way to do it is if you are the new founding fathers and you really wanted to prevent people from doing that or trying to game the Purge, is just like, it's once a year, but you won't know until like 10 minutes before Purge time.
So it could be like, oh man, what if Purge is on New Year's Eve? What a bummer, Purge.
Yeah, there's just a public service announcement that goes out across all TV, all cell phones.
You get a 12-hour warning for the 12-hour Purge. So like 7 a.m. the day you wake up, you find out that the Purge is at 7 p.m. that day. I still wouldn't go to work.
Yeah, that's still too long.
It's still too long.
I think you go 10 minutes.
Well, they clearly knew it was coming.
Yeah. So if you're like a purge psycho, if you're a purge rat, like you just have your like devil mask and like whips and chains ready at any time.
You get your purge to go bag.
Yeah.
Ready to go.
You got your purge go bag.
You know, the baby may be born at any time. The purge may happen at any time.
Exactly. Yeah.
You got both to go bags.
Mm-hmm. And if you have the means, like maybe you do have, you know, you have your bunker that you can go hide out in 10 minutes. Maybe you do have a private jet that you can hop in at any moment's notice to go fly over to Canada. But then at least it keeps most people just like, well, I got 10 minutes. I guess I got to hide out at home.
I mean, in reality, if you just lived in suburbia and you just knew a spot in your backyard that you could build a bunker in, that's just like, I mean, you could do that in a year, right? Mm-hmm. Buy a house, build a bunker, and like, just like, we are in here tonight. Yeah. For the most part, people probably, with what they're probably allowed to use, can't break into your bunker, right? Yeah. So you're good. Mm-hmm. Just as long as you got Wi-Fi, play PlayStation 5 for 12 hours, you're golden. Let's go.
There was did see some people just like, you know, boarding up windows and stuff, and like generally that'll probably be okay, right? Unless you really have some like maniacs that are really trying to get at you.
I would say unless someone like really hates Foot Locker or something, like, you know, like they're like, I clearly want to break this business down and spend the time. If you're a non-assuming business or whatever, most people probably, like, you know, they'll spray paint the shit out of the front and do whatever, but they're not going to spend like crowbar amount of time getting all the stuff off to like get in for like one out of, like, there's X amount of businesses that will be safe per block, right? Yeah. So it's a numbers game.
It's a numbers game. It's kind of like, I mean, it's kind of the same thing of just like in the real world without a purge of like, if you're trying to not get your bike stolen, right? Like there's no 100% foolproof way to prevent someone from stealing your bike.
Right.
But if you can make it more difficult than the bike next to you, then like better chances of your bike not get stolen.
My bike's never been stolen.
Yeah.
It's been broken, wall being locked. But bikes next to mine have definitely been stolen. All right, that's a lot of purge talk. And we could probably keep going forever, but we should just do predictions.
Well,
or what?
Just one more note before we go into the predictions, that we did decide that we will do, because this is an anthology, we're gonna do the first and last episode of this season. Yeah. Because the next season is just, it's completely separate. There's no overlap other than it's still the Purge universe. Yep. So these predictions relate to these storylines, and we're going to watch the last episode of season 1. Yep. I'll go first. Okay. For the Purge Bus story, I guess this actually ties up the Purge Bus and the Purge business, like the business deal going on in the skyscraper, because I think Miguel, who is our like back home from Iraq Marine, kills Jane, who is the business person. Okay. I think that they're just setting up Jane to be a bad person. And I think also somehow all three of these storylines tie together. And it ends up with Miguel killing Jane. Okay. For the couple at the rich people purge party, they're Rick and Jenna, and I have that they split up by the end of this season. Oh, like they're no longer together? Yeah. Something about what happens at the purge party tests their relationship, and I'm thinking that like Rick is way more into the purge than Jenna is, and they split up. He's like, I don't love the purge, baby. And he's like murdering someone. My third prediction is what I think is happening at this purge party. And I think what is happening is that these rich folks at the party have paid mercenaries to go like kill their enemies, and have it be live streamed. Oh, okay. So they're at this party and they like, it could be common enemies that they have, or just like, you know, they all just everyone has an enemy or something, but there's just going to be showing on screens like the kills going on out in the Purge, and these rich folks are just going to be in their bunker cheering it on.
So what you're saying is they're going to be essentially doing a 12-hour version of like NFL Red Zone for like murdering.
Yes, exactly like that. Just as it's the not only are they doing it for political purposes, but they're also relishing the violence of it. They want to see it.
Mm-hmm.
And then my last one is that there's a wedding.
Okay. I love it.
Yeah.
All right. Mine are, I think, only one of the rich couple of Rick and Jenna are alive at the end.
Okay.
So one of them survives.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yep.
For Jane, I think Jane paid that person to steal for a rival company. So it's like
for a rival company.
Like corporate espionage to the max.
Uh-huh.
So she paid that person to like steal.
Gotcha.
So she's like stealing company secrets or the deal or something. I don't know.
Because the stealing of those secrets would be covered under the Purge, and also because she paid the Purge rat after the Purge began that she's not.
It's all above board.
Yep, it's all above board.
Number 3, I think that they're going to have like a heavy allusion to next year's Purge.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're like, this Purge ends, but then also they're like, maybe we flash forward or something. Like they're not like, Purge is next year, 364 days, get ready.
Mm-hmm.
It's more imminent.
Okay.
Probably to just set up the second season. And then number 4, in a wild turn of events in this last episode, nobody dies.
Nobody dies in this last episode.
Yeah, and not like in the news is covering like the death of everybody that died during the Purge or kind of thing. It's just like nobody like that's on camera dies.
Yeah,
if you know what I mean.
So what you're saying with either Rick or Jenna dying, that they're already gone.
One of them's already dead.
Okay.
Yeah, I assume one of them's already dead.
Okay.
Or they died, and I get that point at least.
Yeah, hedging a little bit. Yeah.
A little hedge, but hopefully one of them's dead already, and then I get both points.
Okay.
So the finale of season 1 of The Purge is called A Nation Reborn. So let's watch that, and we'll be back after that. And we're back. We're done with the finale of season 1 of The Purge, and it was called A Nation Reborn. I've got the Hulu write-up. It's not great, but we're going to use it. Mm-hmm. Penelope takes charge. Miguel and Pete grapple with an unexpected enemy.
Pete the cop.
It must be Pete the cop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It starts off with a like last time on The Purge, and my immediate reaction was, wait, this is Saw now?
Kinda.
Because it just looked like all the main characters were like trapped in a building with some sort of serial killer madman keeping them there, and there was traps. As the episode went on, it really wasn't Saw at all, but like
but it did feel like it was going to be Saw.
Yeah. It wasn't Saw at all, but it was completely different from where the 3 storylines started out.
Right. Well, and one storyline's not even there anymore. Jane's nowhere to be seen.
Yeah. Was she... Someone was shot in a... like by some sort of trap, and I wondered if that was her.
Her what?
I wonder if she got shot by one of like traps. I remember seeing in the flashback thing that someone got shot.
Yeah. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, she's totally gone. And then we kind of like start off. Well, there's like a random girl we don't know.
Yeah.
There's Penelope, who's Penny, sister Penny from the first episode,
from the Purge bus.
From the Purge bus, who's Miguel's sister.
Uh-huh.
And then there are the rich orgy couple, Jenna and Rick.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all in a cage. Mm-hmm. And then there's a dude. Did you ever know what this guy's name was?
No.
I didn't catch it at all.
We got a little bit of his backstory. But yeah, there's this dude who's in like, he's in a full like SWAT team military outfit, and he has them in this cage on the stage of an auditorium in an like abandoned high school.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't necessarily even know what his like plan is. Like, it's because like if he just wanted to kill them, they should be dead. But because like we're in like 35 minutes to the end of the Purge like timeline right now in this episode, and so it's kind of like, well, are you just trying to like? He's trying to get a confession out of them, or like try to get them to like say why they like wronged him or admit to it or something before he kills them. Like,
I think that's
like ego-y stuff going on.
Yes, I think it's kind of that. It's that he was in some way wronged by all of these people, and that he wants them to confess to the things that they did wrong before he kills them.
Yeah.
It's partly sadistic serial killer stuff, but also just dumb plot stuff.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and because like that guy, who's got him in the cage, because he basically spends a lot of time like interrogating Rick and Jenna, and it's just like, dude, like, what are you doing? It's never gonna end well for you. And I don't necessarily. They did a good job of like. At least I caught on that he was like some form of head of a third business or a contractor or something that they hired to like, they were putting in security stuff for like real estate or like or houses or something before the Purge, and that he was doing something else along that, like maybe security system or something, because they had like a flashback of him being like, it failed and you're like canceling my contract, this is gonna ruin me, like why are you doing this?
Yeah.
Like, and it didn't seem like they were being reasonable either, because he was just like, can I see like what failed, because I can correct it? And they're just like, no, you're breach of contract, you're out. So they just like wronged some guy that worked for some like, either he lost his job or lost money, and that's why he's with like torturing them and wants to kill them. But then like, I don't know why Penny is there.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there was a reason. He like definitely did not like her and her brother Miguel.
Yeah. Rick had said something like, this guy's just trying to purge Penny because she didn't say thank you.
Which, okay.
Yeah. Be polite, Penny. Come on.
Yeah. You got to be polite 364 days of the year, because if you're not, someone will purge you on the 5th. And then there was that other lady who she just was kind of around for the other people to like mess with.
Yeah.
She may have had a plot before that, but nothing in this episode.
Maybe not even a line of dialogue.
No, she said like, don't do that. It's like,
don't.
Yeah. Oh no.
But yeah, those characters end up there. Jane is gone. I maybe saw her die in a flashback. Whereas Miguel and another character known as Pete the Cop are on a mission to go save Penny.
Yeah, they're still trying to save Penny.
Yeah. They know generally where she's at. They're on the run from some some dangerous people.
You say dangerous people, but they were people wearing like red polos, like they worked at like Office Max the day before.
Yeah,
you know, like
yeah, like they printed them off like online the week before. The shirts say Carnival of Flesh.
Oh, is that what they'll say?
Yeah.
So they don't say Office Max.
No, they say Carnival of Flesh. And there was some reference to these guys being like, sadistic, violent people that like, I wonder if it's like a purge night thing that they, set up shows where they trap and kill people or something. Who knows?
People, I mean, oh man, people that do weird shit on Purge night. Like you don't just like forget
economy.
about that for the rest of the year, right? Like if you like knew that I was like, I watched them torture 8 people.
Yeah.
And I did a little. Like for the rest of the year, you're not like, Josh is fun.
What a great guy.
I'm sure everything's fine.
Solid.
And I'm like, don't worry, Joe. I would never do that to you. Oh, man. I don't know.
I think it's part of the, like the, you know, hyper realism of this world of just like, there's a understanding in this culture that people get kind of fucked up on Purge night, and we shouldn't hold that against them the rest of the year.
Well, I mean, interestingly enough, is you say that I'm skipping to the very end of the show, but the guy that was like had everybody in a cage that whole night, he had shot Rick, and I think Rick died.
Yeah,
and the other like everybody else survived, but at the very end, he was like fighting Miguel and like had a gun to him, and then like the bells went off and it was like Purge was done.
Yep.
And he literally was like, "Aw, shucks.
Yep.
I guess it's done. See you next year." Like literally, he was like, "See you next year."
Yeah. He's like, "Well,
and
good
they're
game."
Like, and they're like, "Wait, what?" And he goes, "Purge is over.
Yeah.
I'll fucking kill you next year." And they were like, "Wait, what?" And then he handed like Miguel the gun, and then Miguel just shot him.
Yeah,
you know, because like I said, it was like the Purge does not end at 7 in the morning if you're in an abandoned area that no one's around.
Yeah. So yeah, of course Miguel shoots him, and yeah, this psycho guy is just like, "What are you doing? This is murder."
It's like it is. But like, I kill you right now, or I have to live my like rest of my life in fear that you're gonna find me on Purge night one time.
And also, who's gonna know that this was done at 7:01 or just before 7 a.m.? Like
we can get into like some like Kierkegaard level philosophy shit of whether or not that was like ethical and right of what Miguel did, but like also was like he murdered a man 15 seconds after it was quote unquote not okay to do it in this one like whatever. So I don't know. Maybe it's just like this show and these movies could be too close to home. Like, you know, like a Purge could never, but it's like I could so easily envision something like this and like what people would do and how I would hate it. I would hate it so much.
Yeah.
So I couldn't trust anybody.
That is like the
So it's good watching, I guess.
Yes, that's the good that's what makes this a very good like plot device or like setup in terms of a sci-fi fantasy thing is like, yes, it is super fucked up and super like, you know, we look at this and go, wow, that would be nuts. Like we couldn't just like allow murder for 12 hours. But there just are things in our world that are fucked up that we just kind of go, well, that's just kind of the way things are.
Right.
Right. And this has happened for, you know, eons and eons of history that we look back at shit 50 years ago, 30 years ago, 20 years ago, that it was like, wow, that was fucked up, huh? But it wasn't that long ago. And back then it wasn't so fucked up.
Didn't we literally just say earlier tonight, we're like, remember like 30 years ago when people were like, well, 30 is not bad now because that was like 1990s.
Yeah, yeah.
So people knew better. But in like the 60s, like people were like, yeah, I smoke and drink when I'm pregnant. Like whatever.
Uh-huh.
And you're like, no, you're not supposed to do that. But in like the 80s, they were like, don't do that.
Yeah, yeah.
And
they had to like have PSAs to like tell people like, hey, this is a known thing. Like, please do not smoke if you're pregnant.
And even then, it's like for the most part, you've talked to any, I guess, like educated, like concerned human being of life and whatnot. You'd be like, hey, of course I would never smoke while I'm pregnant, kind of thing. And then there's some people that are like, yeah, it's whatever.
Yeah,
like, you know, there's still in 2023 people that are like, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. It'll be fine.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's what makes this good. You know, whether it's satire or fantasy or what, but it's just like you take a piece of what is fucked up about the world and blow it up ridiculous.
Yeah.
But like when you kind of piece it together, it's not that ridiculous.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's like one of those things where it's like, I want God, I'm like, clearly a purge would never happen, kind of thing. Mm-hmm. But it's like, it's real enough that like we can all pretty easily put ourselves in the like, you know, like we can watch Alien and be like, that was just a fun sci-fi. Mm-hmm. But we can watch The Purge and be like, fuck, I could like come up with a whole goddamn plan and I could put myself in every, you know, it's like, it's still all like fun and fiction, but like it hits closer.
That's the other fun part of it too, is that because there's a ground level to it of like, this is happening everywhere. It gives you an opportunity to think about, okay, what would I do?
What would I do?
Yeah. How would I try to hide out, or what illegal things would I want to do?
God, I have so many purge ideas, man. Yeah, because like, you know, I got risky purge ideas. I got safe purge ideas. I got like, let's play board games purge ideas. Mm-hmm. I'm like, would we just be chill if we just sat in our house? Would we? I don't think I'd feel comfortable. I'd have to risk my house every year because I don't think I could be in just my house.
Did some Google searching about what people said they would do during the purge surge.
Well, it's a surge of purging.
Yeah. A lot of people said like what you had said, where it was just like, you just go somewhere isolated, like just hide out in the woods for 12 hours.
Well,
like,
kind of, but the problem is everyone does that. Then we're all in the woods.
Yeah, we're just hanging out. There were some people that said that's when I would file my taxes.
Okay.
Because then you just lie and like it's a little cheap, easy way to steal.
I wouldn't. I mean, it's 12 hours long. I would not sleep.
Yeah.
Right? Like, no way.
Yeah,
no matter where unless I was like, if I was in a different country that didn't have the purge, then I could sleep. Mm-hmm. But if I was in America, the United States, no way. 12 hours, that is like OD on caffeine for 12 hours.
Yeah, you're hanging. You're taking a big old nap the day before.
I'm taking so many days. God, man. And then if your house is wrecked, you got to like figure that stuff out. Mm-hmm. Best case scenario, you can just like take the next day off and sleep after the purge. Worst case scenario,
you're dead.
Okay, yeah. Okay. If you're not harmed physically, worst case scenario is like you have horrible property damage, like grocery stores and all that stuff that would normally be around are just like not available. Like we said we assume this is an abandoned high school because but like the auditorium looked really nice besides like the slave cage that he put on the stage.
It looked like maintained for some place that is supposed to be abandoned or something.
But then the pool, like the area around the pool looked dirty, but there was still like water, and the water didn't look too bad.
Yeah.
And there was just stuff, and so maybe it was off season. Because also that's I think when I said, I was like, when did they do the purge during the summer, or did they have school next week here?
Yeah, yeah.
And if they do, like they blew a hole in the side of the wall.
Yeah.
And I'm like, are taxes astronomical for the purge, or like is there like crazy?
You had said like what happens when the kids show up to school the next week, and I was like, what if they show up later that day?
It's 7 a.m. What if it's a half day so they can sweep the guts out or something like that?
Yeah. There's a lot of weird logistical things about the end of the purge. I think what I like this episode a whole lot less than the first episode.
Agreed.
I think what the biggest thing that I didn't like is that it turned into we have to escape this madman slash on the outside it's it's just blind gun action. It's a lot of just like shooting back and forth, and is not a whole lot of like story there.
Yeah.
Whereas like where it started was 3 separate stories of different angles that had to do with like, if the purge was a thing, this is maybe how different people might approach it. A cult, or how the rich and powerful might approach it, or how, and we still don't really know what happened in that one with the office building, but like I've got some ideas how that could be interesting.
Right.
And just to have it at the end be people escaping violence, that's the least interesting angle of the purge to me.
Mm-hmm. I also think on a side too is that part of the purge is obviously like, you know, it's almost like a zombie movie where it's like the problem isn't the zombies, it's like how bad people can be to each other.
Yeah.
Like the problem isn't the purge. I mean that's I guess that's a total problem. Like the total problem is like it's taking the zombie problem of zombies are around and that's a big deal. But really the problem in good zombie movies, the problem is how bad are people to each other.
Yes.
And it's only making that the issue. And in this one, in the first episode of this, it was like, these are the three different crazy scenarios of like weird shit people can do to each other.
Yeah, that's a good point. Those sci-fi constructs, the construct isn't the problem or the monster truly. It's just serving to open up that door of like, this is what the problem with humanity is.
Yeah, and that's exactly what this is, right? And then it turns out, I mean, and, you know, maybe if this was only one of the person's things, like if it was only Rick and Jenna, somehow it ended up being like, do you see how crazy this can be? Is if you just like fuck someone up in business and like you just did a bad business deal, and like I think they clearly did something a little shady. Maybe Rick just did or whatever. Maybe. But like, but then they wrapped everybody up into like one little thing, and this is an anthology. And maybe they did a separate thing with Jane, and that's why she's not there anymore. Potentially. But give me more cult. Like, where's the cult? I still don't understand it, because it seems like Miguel's story didn't really last very long. As far as like his whole story is just saving his sister, and he's still just doing that. Like, so he flatlined. It seems. So there was just a lot of like gun stuff, and not as much. Like, it just seemed like this is the finish of like, you know, like fighting instead of the finish of psychological fun humanity.
Yeah. Which, like, you know, an easy way to describe that, the problem with that is this stuff about, you know, people being locked up by a madman, that could happen anytime, right? That doesn't really have anything to do with the purge, right? Right.
That is happening in the year that there is, like, the purge isn't happening.
Right.
Because, like, once again, like I said at the beginning, like, there's no way there's no crime. It's just, like, the whole point is that crime is, like, lower. And some psychopaths will, like, rest. But I thought about that at the beginning, too, because when they were giving people, like, Charlie Manson and, like
Son of Sam.
Ed Kemper instead of Stan, like, they were giving them that stuff. And I was like, those people wouldn't have waited for a year. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was the whole problem with these people, is like they couldn't be waiting. A dog was telling him to kill people. Like, you know, like, what do you mean?
Yeah. It's I think what it comes down to for me is I wish that, like, I almost wish that James Monaco is the creator of the Purge movies and also the creator of this show. And so he's just the Purge guy. And I kind of wish that, like, and maybe there's still room for this now, but I wish that someone else could make a Purge show or a Purge movie that maybe has some ideas. or maybe he has the will to like execute through on some of these ideas, because I think some of the ideas in the beginning of this were interesting.
Agreed. Yeah.
And maybe they do get through all the way through those ideas throughout the middle of this show, but if by the end it's just about escaping violent people, then I'm not interested.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, if you get through the ideas by the middle of the show, then like the show should maybe end there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when the interesting things are ending, and then the rest is 2 episodes of just violent cleanup.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, we'll just watch 24 then.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Watch any other thing that, because I mean, there's a lot of like horror adjacent things that are about just like escaping a violent killer.
Yeah. I mean, because obviously, like, I mean, the Purge can also be very interesting because a psycho killer guy's fun, because like the people with like baby masks and axes running around just being psychos, that's like a like scary thing that like is very prevalent and could be good and is good in like the Purge universe. But yeah, just like some like disheveled mad ex-employee that that's kind of whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, it's got to be like really creepy and weird, or like, yeah, give me some interesting, more like diabolical human stories.
Yes.
Besides,
well, I think
people in cage.
I think the other thing too is just like creepy people in baby doll masks running around and killing people. Very into that premise, and like there are other movies and stuff with just like creepy people in masks that I am into, but none of those other movies need the concept of the Purge, and so it feels like a waste of the Purge concept if it just turns into escape the killer.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, and I think that's like those are fun, but those are ancillary.
Yeah.
To whatever. The Purge has a good idea to be a very like psychological, interesting thing, and I think it does that at times, but it failed a little bit in this last episode.
Yeah,
I'm interested in what happens in this season, because I do want to know. Like, I could see myself watching the second episode at least to hopefully figure out what the hell's going on with the Jane person.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what that plot was.
And then I also really would love to know how Jenna and Rick like ended up from super like rich person pro like whatever party to getting into a cage, I guess. 'Cause how did they end up doing that?
Yeah.
Right?
You might be wondering how I ended up here.
Hey, I'm Rick. Should we see how we did in predictions?
Yeah.
You went first.
I had that Miguel kills Jane, which inconclusive, but I bet not. So either way, no point there. Rick and Jenna split up. Rick is dead. So technically, yeah.
I'm laughing because I just really want you to explain to me how, like, so if like Claire died, would you claim that you guys split up?
I mean, she would be free to remarry, right? Like, she's no longer married.
Sure. I'll give you. Can I give you half a point for that?
Okay. At least a half, but yeah.
let's start with a half.
Okay.
Unless you give me a reason to give you a full point.
We'll litigate it over the season. We'll ask Jimmy what he thinks. I had my next prediction was about the plot point about what's going on at the rich people party, which wasn't really explored, but it was that the rich have paid mercenaries to kill their enemies and then have it live streamed. Cool idea, I think, but not addressed in this.
Right.
And then the last one, a wedding. We did get to see, I mean, we didn't see it, but there was a newborn baby in like the epilogue. I should have gone like new baby or like moving, but
with all this death, of course we should have thought new life.
Yeah, should have been new life.
But neither one of us thought that. Yeah. So
a nation reborn.
A nation reborn. Plus one.
So half point then?
Half point. Unless Jimmy listens to this and gives you a full point. He can tell us next week. So mine is one of the rich couple people survives, which Jenna survived. Rick died. So
exactly.
That's that. I said Jane paid the person to steal for a rival company. So we have no idea what that person did. We have no idea. So inconclusive. Next year's Purge is alluded to / like there, and they pretty much did exactly that, because they went all the way to the next year, and they went to basically the start of the Purge, and it was what's his name, Miguel and Penny were going out.
What are they doing exactly?
They said they were like, let's save lives. They had like their van had like the red, like the plus sign on it, like the medic thing on it. So they were gonna just like go around and help people.
But Penny said something like, so they went to a bar, and like
that's
Penny,
Pete's bar.
Oh, Pete's bar.
Yeah,
Pete the bartender.
Yeah, Pete. He's not a cop anymore. He's a bartender.
Pete or Penny ordered a whiskey, and then Miguel was like, "Oh, you're not old enough to have a whiskey." And then she was like, "What? So I can kill people, but I can't have a whiskey?"
Yeah. I think that was just facetious.
Okay. So you don't think that they're going out?
I don't think they're going out to
purgers.
They're not going. Well, I mean, they might kill purgers to save people.
Okay.
So I don't think they're not going out to purge. They're going out to protect.
Okay.
From purgers.
Yeah, tomato.
Yeah, but that happened. So taking that point. And then my last one was nobody dies this episode, and 3 people died. Rick, some random guy, and then the guy who owned the cage.
Yeah.
So that didn't count, but 2 points. We'll take it. So I guess that's it, huh?
That'll do it.
We did it. Good job, us. Listeners, thank you for spending your time with us, me and Joe. So it was a long one. If you want to hit us up for show suggestions or whatnot, you can at F&L Podcast on the Gmail or the Twitters, the Instagrams. Jimmy says there's a Facebook, but I don't use that horrible app anymore. When's the last time you were on Facebook, Joe?
I'll open it up every now and then. I don't know why I do, but I do.
You just have someone the other day said something about like, oh, is there a post for that on Facebook? And I was like, is that a thing?
Yeah, it's so bad when I open it up because, like I have so many people and pages blocked, and so many of my friends and family don't use it. So now it's just ads.
Oh,
when I open it up,
I have. This is years in the making at this point, but I just don't do anything. I just did a full like I don't touch buttons on Facebook anymore. Like if I go on it, I like maybe I would swear once every 6 to 7 months I probably go on it for something. And then I just scroll through the timeline really quick, and then I'll see it's like your friend requests, and I'm like, still? And I'll look, and it'll be like some person asked for your friend request like 4 years ago, and I'll be like, well, I can't be adding you or not. I just can't be doing it.
It'd be funny too, though.
Just like if I just started adding people now.
Yeah, just like from 2019, they're just like, who is even this Josh guy?
I don't even know. I wish actually that I could go. I don't even think I have like the Facebook app on my phone. Because if I did, I would click into it and tell you when the longest pending friend request I have is from. It's a while.
There was a period where I tried to open up the app on my phone, and it said like, oh, you're logged out. You need to like confirm your identity by like, jumping through all these hoops. And I was just like, well, I guess that's it for me and Facebook then. And then I opened it up again like several months later, and it just let me back in, and I was like, well, okay.
Oh, I can just I just got this.
I guess I won, ?
Friend or I just went onto my computer. I have a friend request from 7 years ago.
Just pending.
Just pending.
We'll see.
And then I have a lot, and then for some reason, and I have one.
Is this a person you know or recognize?
No, I would have to click on that person, and 7 years ago, 7 years ago, I probably knew who this person was. You know what I'm saying?
Probably met them.
And then I have a bunch from 4. I have 3 or 4 from 4 and 5 years ago. No, I have 2 from 7 years ago. 3 from 7 years. 5 years, and then like 3 or 4 from 1 year. Someone asked me to be my friend 6 weeks ago.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I like that person. I'll confirm.
Okay.
One person confirmed.
Nice. New friends.
I recognize a lot of some of these other people's names, but I'm just saying, like, Facebook's dead.
Yeah.
To me, people use it. They're old and have kids or are grandmas already.
Yeah. They're just on there playing Farmville or whatever.
Oh, dude, my grandma, back when like I actively used Facebook when I was in like college, she used to Farmville the shit out of the world. It was great. That was when Facebook was wholesome.
Yeah, that was back when Stardew Valley didn't exist.
What a great game. What a great game. Listeners, we're gone. I already said all the stuff, and it's been minutes and minutes and minutes since I've said all the stuff. So do those things. Rate us 5 stars if you would like. That'd be much appreciated. But we're out of here, and we'll see you next week. Goodbye.